Whew! Boy, I find myself taking a lot of deep breaths these days because this has been a blockbuster fall. So grateful for One Purpose Weekend. It was fantastic. Thanks to everyone who had a part in it. You know, if you go to the new website and you click on media, there you can find all of the workshops. And I would encourage you throughout the year to go back and to watch some of those, to listen to them, and to just continue to be fed and encouraged from the great material that was shared in each one of those workshops. One Purpose Weekend was fantastic. Then, of course, Wednesdays at Emmanuel with the small groups and the disciple groups and the children's ministry, the youth ministry, all of that's taking place on Wednesday nights. We've had 3 Wednesday at Emmanuel, and it's really going great. And then the Gospel Project, as on Sunday mornings, we went back to the Bible hour, to Sunday school, doing the Gospel Project. Our adult classes are full to overflowing, and we have many children, many families that are coming back for the Gospel Project, and so it's been exciting to be able to get back to that great teaching and mission-focused ministry of our church. So just take a deep breath, as there's been so much that has happened, but we're really thankful that God is helping us to fulfill our disciple-making mission in these ministries. Now, we're grateful that God has supplied everyone that we need to serve, but let me just give you a couple of areas where we still could use some help. While we're thankful that we have everyone that we need for Wednesday nights, we really could use a few more to help us with the children's ministry. Maybe you were thinking about it, and then you heard me say on a Sunday morning, we thank the Lord that we have everyone we need, and maybe you were like, okay, well, maybe I'll do it some other time. Well, if you were thinking like that, let me tell you, we could use you now. I would encourage you to reach out to Pastor Dan or Diane Smith and just talk to them about some of the opportunities that we have where you might be able to serve. Wednesday night right now seems to be the place where we could use some more help, but think about that. The other is Sunday morning technology. You know, on a Sunday morning, we of course have the audio both in-house and on live stream. We have the live stream cameras. We have the live stream itself. We have the PowerPoint that's being operated. We need about 6 men and women every Sunday morning for each service to do all of the technology needs. And right now, we would love to have another 6 individuals that would come along to help us with the technology, and that would give those that serve now just another Sunday or 2 break. And so maybe that's something that you would think about. You know, everything that we do in the technology, you could be trained to do, and you could be a great blessing and help to us, not only for those that are here worshiping in person, but to those that are watching on live stream. It's a great way to be able to minister, and if you would like to help with that, that's something else that we could use. So thanks so much, though, for how you have been praying, how you've been giving, how you've been serving in order for our disciple-making ministry to keep advancing for God's glory. Hey, I tell you what, circle October 24th on your calendar. That's a Sunday, because on that Sunday, 6 o'clock in the evening, we're having a very important church meeting. October 24th, 6 p.m., we're going to observe the Lord's table together and have a time of prayer. In recent months, these have been such a meaningful time for our church as we, in obedience to the Lord, observe His table, but also have our deacons lead us in prayer, both for the physical needs of our church, as well as for the discipleship and outreach ministries of the church. So that's the most significant, important thing we'll be doing at that church meeting, October 24th. But also that night, we're going to be asking the church to make a decision as to how to use this fall's offering. We have some ideas that we want to suggest to the church, but one of the things will be to use the bulk or the lion's share of that fall offering to go toward the first step of our building transformation project. So at that meeting, I want to present to you the 3 steps that we're looking at for our building transformation project, and then focus in on step number 1, which is what the fall offering would go toward, or at least a large part of it. So you really need to be here that night certainly to observe the Lord's table and pray together, but also to be part of this important church meeting where we decide what to do with the fall offering. Thank you so much for your giving. The Lord has been providing for our needs, and we're so thankful for that. Continue to find joy in giving to the Lord, His church, to support the ministries and missionaries that God has led us to support. Let me just finish with some thoughts from Acts chapter 4. Boy, there's so much going on today. There's so many things that just on a national level and on a world level of controversies and dilemmas and just great challenges. And yet, through it all, there's a real clear purpose and message that we as the people of God need to be proclaiming. Acts chapter 4, you may remember that there Peter and John are arrested by the civil authorities. The civil authorities are annoyed with this message of Jesus of Nazareth being the Messiah. And so they're trying to silence them. But I love what Peter says as he responds to those authorities, chapter 4, verse 12, where he says, "And there is salvation in no one else. For there is no other name under heaven given among men by which we must be saved." You see, through all of it, all of the issues, all of the controversies, all of the events that are happening in our world and country today, it is most important that this world hear the message that Jesus the Christ died in our place for our sins, has risen from the dead, and now gives life to those who believe in Him. We need to make that message known. Later on in the chapter, the authorities, they threaten Peter and John and the rest of the apostles to be quiet, and Peter responds by saying, "Hey, whether it's right that we not speak, you judge. But I'm telling you, we cannot stop speaking of that which we have seen and heard." That's, of course, the message of Jesus Christ. So let's continue as a church to pray together, to serve together, to give together, and to witness together, that more and more people might hear and believe in that saving, life-changing name, Jesus Christ.